Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. I'm excited about Monday. Well, I'm excited about this Monday because this week, my week is like insane, and I'm going to be in London, and I'm going to be in Geneva, and it's going to be amazing. So today's training is exciting. Obviously, it's always exciting. But today's training is a little bit late, so I'm sorry about that. I was having some last minute rescheduling, some internet things going on, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to kind of cover this properly with you guys so that I could make sure that we're actually getting the right stuff done. So today we're going to be talking about the small steps and why the small steps are so important in running a business. So if you are here, say a little hello. Say hello, let me know that you're around. I've just realised that my predictive text wrote something hilarious on the end of a comment that I just posted, so that's good. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the small steps that you need to make in your business to make the bigger changes. And this is something I've been thinking about over the weekend because, as some of you may or may not have seen, I went to a party this weekend and it was awesome. Hey! I love it. Dawn's catching the first live stream in the group, so that's awesome. Welcome. But yeah, so I went to a party this weekend. Some of you might have seen, if you're friends with me on Facebook, there are some neon photos going around. I'll make sure I put them in the group later. I was going to do a little bit of a live stream from the army base, but I couldn't because, hey Lorraine, yeah. I was going to live stream from the army base, and I needed your guys' help really with a little mini fashion show on what I should wear. But the internet there is so dire that you can't actually connect to it, and it's certainly not 4G, and the Wi-Fi is really pants, so I decided that it was probably not the best option. But the reason that I wanted to talk about the small steps in your business today is because when I went to this party over the weekend, I was talking to lots of people, and you know, you get people, they come up to you and they go, oh, what do you do? And so you kind of say, oh, I do X, Y, Z. And I had one guy who came up to me and he said, oh, what do you do? And I explained, I used my cool elevator pitch that we worked on last week, so thank you very much. Used cool elevator pitches, and he is actually my boyfriend's boss, so it was a little bit like, oh yeah, I work online and I help entrepreneurs make sales in their business and da-da-da-da. And I was explaining it to him in very basic language, and he said, well, that's lovely, but, how sustainable is that? And I was like, well, I've been doing it for 2 years, so, it's pretty sustainable. It's going pretty well, thank you. And he was like, but you're really young. And I was like, yep, I'm really young, but I still have my own business, and it's still pretty good, so thanks. And every single time he came up with an excuse. He's like, but this, but that. But you can't do it because of this, but you can't do it because of that. And I was like, Jesus, how negative is this guy? And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, and I was talking to Sam's friend Will, who wants to start his own business. And I was like, so Will, why do you want to start your own business, and what do you want to do? And he's going, yeah, I really want to do it, but the market's so saturated, and but there's this big problem, and I don't really know how to use technology, and but this and but that. And I was kind of thinking to myself, well, come on guys, you only have to take one little step to actually make big things happen. And so it kind of sparked the idea for today's live stream. So that's where I'm going with it. I wanted to give you the background on where it's come from. Because so often in business, and so often in sales specifically, I see people who want to make huge changes, but who aren't willing to make, or who want to make huge changes in their business, but who don't want to make even the smallest step. They don't want to push themselves out of their comfort zone, and there are constant barriers to why they aren't doing or they aren't achieving. And actually, when I look at this group, and when I look at the amazing people in it, and when I look at my clients and the amazing people I get to work with, the biggest difference between them and between people out there who, want to set up their own business but are finding it really difficult is the fact that they will take the small steps. Okay, so when I look at people in this group, and when I look at my clients, the biggest difference between them and between anybody that doesn't have a successful business, or that has a business that isn't doing what they want to do, is that they focus on the small steps, and they focus on just making one small change and seeing how that actually affects the outcome of their business overall. Okay, So what that means is that actually, when you're running a business, you probably don't want to make huge changes right away. Lorraine, that makes us sound awesome. We should really be way more proud of ourselves. Yes, you should. You should be more proud of yourselves. I'm always sat there going, you're all so awesome, and you should start believing it. Hey, Kelly. Yay, you're here live. That's so exciting. I love that you've got a rare day off. Yeah, on a Monday as well. What a great day to have off. But yeah, so, you know, in terms of when you're running your business, when you're starting your business, in fact, when you're anywhere in your business, you really want to be focusing not on making huge changes straight away, because then you can't actually measure the impact of what it's done. What you want to be doing is making small steps consistently, and those actually lead to the bigger changes. Okay, so I was talking to someone about this on Friday, and I was talking to one of my biz besties, and we were talking about sales strategies and launches, and she was saying, well, you know, I've never run Facebook ads before, but I think I'm just going to go and I'm going to target this. And we were looking at it, and she had about between 850,000 and 1 million people that Facebook was going to let her target. And I was like, well, that's great. It's a pretty big shift for your business though, and how is that really going to impact you? Like, do you have all the other steps in place? And she said, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what happens if you make this big change in your business and you decide you're going to get Facebook ads, and let's say, I don't know, 10% of those people actually opt in or do something with that information, and they start flooding into your Facebook group and stuff. I was like, what do you actually have in place to move them onto your list or to move them into your sales funnel? And she was like, whoa, okay. And that's what I mean. Sometimes we're taking small steps in our businesses, but actually they're the steps that gets to the big changes. So it might be that you need to look at something like your client messaging or your branding, your values, how you express yourself, what kind of medium you use. You might want to experiment with video or with written posts or with pictures. You might be experimenting with passive income products or, you know, lead generation, whatever it might be. But the important thing is not to go out and make a whole bunch of massive, you know, and take loads and loads of huge actions. Not that they're not good, but the trouble is with taking huge actions, what can actually happen is that you take this huge action, you expect huge things to happen, and you put so much time and energy into that one huge action that everything else kind of falls by the wayside. Whereas when you're taking small steps consistently, you actually get to where you want to be a lot quicker, because you are doing something and you constantly see yourself moving forward. You constantly see that positive effect and that positive reinforcement of, okay, wow, I included a new sales page and I sold 2 more programs. My internet is being all fuzzy. But, you know, or, oh, okay, I took out a Facebook ad and this week I landed 50 people on my list and that's awesome. Or this week I created a new opt-in and I had 10 more people opt in than last week when my opt-in was different. So it's about actually making consistent small changes. And that can be to both your business, so to the things that directly affect your business, like sales pages, websites, copy, all that kind of thing. Or it can actually be to the way that you go about conducting that business. So it might be that you change your schedule. It might be that you go, okay, well, for this week, I'm going to focus on really demonstrating a ton of value to people. And so actually this week, I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes every day to creating something or to being on live stream or to showing up and supporting other people. Hey, Meredith, I can see you're here. Yay! You know, and making sure that you're doing those small steps, just one every day, and then looking at it at the end of the week and going, okay, how am I measuring that and what has changed? What has shifted since I made those small steps? Yay, Meredith's here. Woohoo! It's awesome. I'm so excited whenever I see you guys come on live. I'm like, yay, this is so exciting. But yeah, so I want to be thinking really, really clearly about what those small changes are that you can be making in your business. Now, if you're right at the beginning of your business and you're thinking, hang on a minute, but there's loads of stuff that I need to do. Hey, Suzanne. Yay, you're here live too. And it's like 8 a.m. for you. Wow. I'm really chuffed. I'm really glad that all of you guys in the US come and join me so early in the morning, because I'm like, my energy is like up here by lunchtime and you guys are probably still setting up with coffee and stuff. So that's awesome. Thank you. But yay! And Natalie. Oh wow, we've got like a full house almost this morning. This is awesome. So in terms of the small steps that you're making right at the beginning of your business, they're going to be very, very different to the small steps that somebody else is making when they're in the middle or, you know, at a more advanced stage in your business. And that's why comparisonitis is such a bugger to kind of get into your head. And that's why you should never really be comparing where your business is to where somebody else's is. So if somebody else's big step is taking out Facebook ads and your big step is, you know, launching a new group program, you can't really look at those and compare the two and think, okay, well, you know, maybe I should be doing Facebook ads, or maybe I should not be launching a group program or a mastermind or whatever. You need to work out the right steps for you. And when you're at the start of your business, because it can be so overwhelming, because there are so many things that you're told that you have to do and that you have to have in place, it can actually be really, really overwhelming to kind of think, okay, well, I've got to do a lead magnet, and then I've got to have an email autoresponder, and then I've got to have a sales sequence, and then I've got to have a welcome sequence, and then I've got to have a Facebook group and a website and landing pages and and before you know it, you've spiraled off into that nth degree of worry, when actually all you need right at the beginning of your business is to go, okay, well, who do I want to sell to, and what do I want to sell to them? And start getting out there and going and getting to know those people. And so your small step might be, okay, well, I need to talk to 10 people every week about what I'm doing, and start getting some ideas around what I can be packaging up to sell to those people and how I can solve their problems. Lorraine, Jess's word of the day: comparisonitis. Noun, an inflammatory condition of the ego. Yeah, love it. That's totally what it means. I think we should get a little dictionary for the group. Natalie, I don't know if that's just of the day, Lorraine, might be our most important word ever. Yeah, pretty much. I think comparisonitis is a really, really big thing, and it comes up in our industry a lot, and I get a lot of clients who go, oh yeah, but so-and-so is doing this, so I really want to do it. And I get it all the time. You know, I look at people who I really respect, you know, and I look at people like, thanks Lorraine, I'm glad someone's got a dictionary of my words going. If anybody ever needs to write a sales page that's directed at me, go to Lorraine, she's got all my words. You can use them all and just put them all in one big thing and I'll buy from you. But you know, I think that's the key thing. It's that other people are at other stages in their business, and we kind of forget so often, because we get distracted and there's lots of shiny objects going on, there's all this really cool stuff everywhere and information to consume, we forget to actually, you know, do the bits that are going to make us the money. And sometimes those tweaks are small. Sometimes those tweaks are not necessarily what you think they might have to be. You know, if you are at the beginning stage of your business, the best thing for you to get out there and do is to understand what your ideal clients actually want and what they need. You know, what is their problem? How can you solve it? That's all you need to focus on right now. If you're at a more advanced stage of your business where you're thinking, okay, I've got to launch a group program, your small steps might be, okay, well, I need to conduct market research, and then I need to go out there and I need to promote it, and then I need to have somewhere they can pay for it, and then I need to have the, you know, kind of course content that I need to create. But that's only four small steps. And if you start thinking about them in more bite-sized chunks, as opposed to, oh goodness, I'm gonna, you know, have to do this whole list of things in one day, it actually makes your life a lot easier. You know, and I think, you know, there is a phrase, and I guess Lorraine, you can have this one for your Jess dictionary too, is that you need to be ignoring the noise. When it comes to focusing on the small steps that you need to take in your business, you need to ignore the noise, ignore what everybody else is doing, and just focus on the things that you know you have to get done in order to make money. So for example, this weekend, as some of you may know, because you may have heard me moaning about it incessantly for the last like 3 weeks, we had a wardrobe to be made. So me and Sam have decided, or rather Sam decided, that we needed a new wardrobe because, quote, you have too much, and by you I mean me, you have too much crap to keep in just the tiny wardrobe that we had. So we went to IKEA, and, you know, I decided that I would buy this ridiculously expensive wardrobe that's pretty cool. I mean, if you want to see the wardrobe, hit me up in the comments and I'll walk you through to the other room and you can see the jazzy wardrobe. But we got this wardrobe, And I kid you not, it goes floor to ceiling. It's huge, which is hilarious. And we were able to tailor the insides to exactly what we want. So Sam has like a little, I don't know, sock drawer or something. Sam has a drawer of something. I think wallets or something like that. I haven't really looked. Of course you want to see the wardrobe. Okay, hang on. I will take you through to see the wardrobe. Oh gosh, that's my face. So we're walking through and I'm going to show you my wardrobe. You'll have to excuse the mess everywhere because I'm terrible at getting anything done. So here's the wardrobe. You can see it here, look. This is the mirror. This is me in my tracksuit bottoms. There you go, glamorous. So that's the wardrobe. I mean, it's pretty big. Oh, here's Max. He's decided to get up for the day. Now, if you look in the wardrobe, this is Sam's half. We've got these really jazzy push doors and stuff. You're about to see all of Sam's clothes, really neat, and then you'll see my side and it's like a total mess. But we were able to customise the wardrobe. Yes, it's the packs from IKEA. I'm so glad that somebody else knows what it is. But yeah, it's the packs one from IKEA. It's pretty cool. So that's Sam's side. Then we've got a corner unit, which is the mirror, which we haven't put anything in yet because we don't have that much stuff. Ow! Bugger. I need to learn how to open the doors properly. And then you've got my side, which is full of junk and shoe racks and all this kind of stuff. But the point of it is that for the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, I have had it. Let's hope she doesn't find the engagement ring live on video. That won't be happening, Lorraine, because I talked to Sam about that and he was like, is it any wonder that I won't marry you when you just show people our wardrobe? I'm joking. He didn't say that at all. He said, Jess, of course, one day I'll eventually marry you as long as you promise that you'll bake me cakes forever, which obviously will happen. But, yeah, Natalie, exactly. You have 2 of them. Seriously, they're awesome. Now I've got it up, I'm like, I love it. But the point is that for the last 3 weeks, I've had 20 boxes sat in the living room, just 20 of them, and they're huge and they've taken up so much space, and it's every time I look at it, it just makes me want to kill something because I'm a bit of a freak about things being ordered and stuff. I'm a Virgo, so that's probably what it is. But the thing was that when we were building it, and we built it yesterday, so after the night after the party, we were both feeling a bit, disgusting. We'd had quite a lot of cocktails. But what we realised was that we had to take the small steps. So what we did on Friday night when Sam first got home, romantic evening in, we decided that we would build the frame of the wardrobe and that I would go to the gym. So we built the frame of the wardrobe together at about 9 o'clock, so that was all done. And then on Saturday, before we left to go to the party, we put the doors on, which was a big mistake because Sam actually dropped one of the doors on my foot, which really hurt. So I now have a big bruise on my foot, which is great for the party. But yeah, so we did the small bit then, we put the doors on and we went to the party and we came back, and then yesterday what we had to do was fit the drawers and fit all of the kind of cool customised stuff in the middle, which actually meant that we spent a couple of hours yesterday feeling pretty grim, but just getting it all done and putting our stuff inside. So it was awesome. But if we'd have tried to do it all in one go, yeah, Lorraine, it is pretty funny. It was hilarious. It really hurt and I'm in agony, but hilariously, Sam also ended up getting so frustrated at the whole thing that he was trying to lift a bit of wood out of the way and it totally cracked his knuckle, so it looks like he's actually punched something, but he hasn't. He just dropped one of the door bits straight onto his knuckle, so he's got this huge mark on it and everything. It's great. So we're injured from the wardrobe. But the point of it is that if we'd have tried to put it up all in one go, when we added up the total amount of hours it's probably taken us about 6 hours to put the wardrobe together. If we'd have done that all in one day, I guarantee that we'd have been arguing about it because I'm crap at DIY, so the only thing I can actually make are the drawers because I'm just rubbish at the rest of it. We'd have fought about the fact that I can't use a drill because I can't, I have to use a screwdriver, I'm just not safe enough to use a drill. We'd have probably had a pretty crappy time trying to put it all up in one day, but actually splitting it out over a few days meant that we were kind of like, cool, well, we've got the frame up, and we felt like we'd achieved something by just getting it up and together. So yesterday when we put all of our clothes in, probably the biggest thing that we went to bed last night, we were like, God, we're amazing. You know, we built this whole wardrobe, even though we were a bit hungover. We'd had too many cocktails. We've got all of our stuff in it. It looks really organised. It's awesome. It looks great. You know, and now I can go away to Geneva and be like, cool, well, all of my stuff is sorted and ready to go. Lorraine, such a funny story, but a great analogy. I'm glad you liked it. I'm in agony over here. Look, I've got this like huge, I would show you, but I don't think the camera will go up down that far. I've got this huge cut on my leg, I kid you not, it's like this, from the wardrobe and from everything else and all the injuries that were incurred over this weekend. But it just does show you that actually it is the small steps that count. You know, if we'd have tried to do it in one big chunk, we'd have got fed up, we'd have got peeved, and we probably wouldn't have ended up actually making the wardrobe. We'd have got hacked off halfway through and been like, right, screw it, we'll just leave it until next weekend, or we'll leave it until another time when we can be bothered to actually kind of get it fixed. Nicola, ouch, yes. Yes, it really hurt. It really hurt, and Sam just laughed about it. You know, Sam thought it was hilarious. I was in agony, you know, crying. Well, not quite crying, but, you know, I was in a serious amount of pain, and Sam just laughed. Lorraine, you can play hide and seek in that wardrobe, it's so big. Yeah, why do you think the corner unit is still empty? That's because Sam and Max have been hiding in there while I have a shower, and like, I'll get in the shower for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, and I get out and I can't find either of them, and it's because they're hid in the wardrobe, and then they jump out and they're like, boo. Well, Sam is like, boo, and Max just says nothing because he's a dog. But yes, so hide and seek in the wardrobe is a fun game. But again, that's what it comes down to. It's the small steps, and it really is all about small steps. And that's what I wanted to kind of remind everybody this week, given that it's a Monday and we always start thinking, okay, it's Monday and I've got all of this stuff that I've got to do this week and it's going to be huge and I've got to do X, Y, Z and blah, blah, blah and get everything done, and you don't really give yourself enough room. You don't really give yourself enough room to actually think about, okay, well, it's Monday. I can take 3 steps realistically today because I have X amount of time. And then tomorrow it's Tuesday and I can take X amount of steps, and Thursday. Lorraine, I love Sam. He will be so happy. Nobody ever says that, so he'll be really chuffed. I'll let him know. Natalie, I'm laughing out loud here. This story keeps getting better. Yeah, honestly, our house is... our house is hilarious. I spent most of yesterday baking for Sam to take cakes back to work. So, this is a little bit of a tangent, but I promise it's sort of relevant. So yesterday I made 3 cakes, the same as I do every week, because the people at Sam's work love cake, and I try and be a relatively good girlfriend and make them cakes so that they like me, and so that, you know, they give Sam an easy time, which I'm sure that they don't, but it makes me feel better. So yesterday I decided to make carrot cake, lemon drizzle cake and brownies for Sam to take back to work. And Sam was so busy focused on hiding in the wardrobe that he forgot to mention I'd obviously put my cakes in the oven, left them there quite happily doing that. And then I'd gone off to have a shower because it's been a long day, so I was like, right, I'll go and have a shower, and it's about 5 o'clock. And I get out of the shower and I can't see him and I can't see Max, so I get out and I think, oh, they're both in the bloody wardrobe. So I go over to the wardrobe and I knock on the outside now. I'm like, knock, knock. And I say, you in the wardrobe? And there's like silence, and then there's like, because Sam is about a 7-year-old girl at being able to keep a secret. So you hear this little chuckle, and I'm like, Sam, get out of the wardrobe now. And then he has to undo the door. He has to somehow get out and like unfold his creepy like 6'4" body out of the bottom of the wardrobe and get out with the dog, and he's sort of like laughing. And then we hear this really funny smell. We smell this really funny smell. I'm like, what's that? What's that smell? Sam's like, oh, it must be the chicken. And I'm like, what chicken? He's like, oh, the chicken in the oven. And I'm like, the chicken in the oven with all of the cakes that I've got in the oven. Oh, yeah, I just put a bunch of, I just put this roasted chicken. So he's like, yeah, I put this roasted chicken in the oven. And I'm like, great. So of course all the moisture in the oven is like sucked into the cake. So all of the cakes now look absolutely disgusting. I mean, they rose and stuff, so it was fine in the end, but they looked rank. And it was a simple communication error. But because we'd both been so focused on, right, just get this done, get this done, get this done, we hadn't really kind of communicated about the fact that there was chicken needing to go in the oven and cake needing to go in the oven. And yes, Lorraine, before you ask, we ate chicken and couscous last night and some kind of avocado and leaf salad because I'm trying to be healthy after the night out on Saturday and all of the cocktails. Lorraine, I'm just trying to figure out whether you'd throw the wet towel at him and swear, or would you collapse in a fit of giggles? Usually the giggles, although I have to admit, on Saturday morning, when he just fitted the doors, and I couldn't see either of them, and he'd looked like the door was unlocked, the front door, so I thought they'd gone out. When I was actually sat there, about to dry my hair, I went to open the cupboard to pull my hairdryer out, and Sam was sat in the box and went, rah! I almost died. I literally, if I'd have had pants on, I probably would have wet myself. Luckily, I refrained from doing that. I didn't wet myself, just want to put that out there. So we were fine, but I was not a happy bunny. I was terrified. Natalie, it's something your boyfriend would do as well. Well, at least it's just not me that has like a boyfriend who has the brain of a 5-year-old. Kelly, yeah, chicken cakes. Yeah, and apparently they taste really good. He's took them into work this morning and he was like, yeah, everyone says they taste awesome. So there you go, who knew? Apparently that's the secret. If you roast a chicken... Oh, have I frozen? Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, if you roast a chicken with some cakes, then, apparently it tastes really good. So there you go. Who knew? But, ultimately the moral of the story is do the small steps. If you're thinking about anything this week, if you're thinking about doing anything and you've got a particularly big task, there was a great thread earlier from Lorraine who was like, I'm challenging myself by, launching by the 1st of June. I think that's amazing, and it's great to have those amazing big goals. It's great to have those amazing, big, hairy, scary goals because they do actually make you move forward really, really quickly. Just think about how you act on those big goals. So, make sure that you've got a plan, make sure that you're taking the small steps, make sure that you're not trying to do too much in one day and that you're not trying to kind of freak yourself out about it. You're just kind of like, okay, cool, I know what the end goal is, and you've reverse engineered the process that needs to be happening. Lorraine, that's what I'm like as a girlfriend. Maybe that's why I'm single. No, it's probably not. I mean, Sam's got me. Sam's got me and I'm kind of bought in for life. I think he's really funny. But I don't tell him that, obviously, because then he'd just get a really big head. I tell him it sometimes. Maybe like twice a week. But yeah, so just remember this week, if you are struggling, if you've got a really big plan, if you're thinking about something you need to accomplish and you're thinking, oh goodness, it seems... it seems like too big a task, think about whether you've actually reverse engineered that process. Think about whether you've actually reverse engineered that process and how that's working for you, and whether you've got all of the small steps in place that you need to support you throughout those big changes. Natalie, Lorraine, find yourself a girlfriend like Jess, that could work. Yeah, find yourself someone like me who thinks it's awesome. There will be a day, I'm sure, where I'll tell you all many, many stories about the hilarious things that Sam does, because he is pretty funny as people go, but honestly, he's like a big... Having Sam at home is like having a big, big child around the place. So I'm sure I will tell you all more Sam stories in the future because they're pretty good analogies. I mean, he's great at doing things that I can use as fairly okay analogies for stuff. But if you are thinking about doing stuff this week, if you are thinking about making big changes, if you're thinking about launching something new, if you're thinking about creating a passive income product or, starting a new one-on-one program or group program or whatever it is that you want to do, Just make sure you've make sure you've reverse engineered that process so you've got it covered, so you know what you're doing. Yay! Awesome. Are there any questions? Any questions on small steps? Any questions on small steps that you want to be taking, or small steps that you want to be making to see big changes happen? Are there any things that you're committing to getting done this week, or do you need help with actually reverse engineering that process for yourself and kind of making it a bit easier? Making it a bit easier for yourself. So if you've got any questions, or you want to know how to reverse engineer your process, or if you're thinking about committing to a big launch or something, pop it in the comments so that we can kind of hang out and support you guys this week, because I'm going to be all over the place this week. So I will be on live stream. It might be Wednesday, might be a slightly different time than normal. Wednesday will be a different time than normal because I'm on a day intensive, but awesome. Lorraine, income tax. Ooh, by 6 p.m. on Friday. Ooh, I hate that. Income tax sucks. Yeah, I just hate anything to do with tax. I'm like, no, I hate that. But it's right, you know, small steps. Take small steps for taxes and it all comes about much, much quicker. It makes your life much easier. But yeah, so this week I'm going to be live streaming from all over the place. Tomorrow I'll be here, I'll be at home, and it'll be at normal time. Oh, amazing. Suzanne got a photo in the comments box. Why can't I see the photo? I'll have to look at it in a minute. I'm jealous. Natalie, I'm working on getting 3 more clients for your new program, doing the work, including very scary videos. Yay! Videos are awesome. You should get on live stream. Let us know if you want support with that. Let us, let people know if you want us to watch your videos or give you feedback and stuff like that. That's what we're here for. That's what the community is here for. Awesome. Yay, this is so cool. I can't wait to see these photo comments from Suzanne. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for this. Again, I'm going to be all over the place this week. I will be live streaming from London. Potentially, like, outside something really cool, like maybe Big Ben or the Houses of Parliament, if it's not raining. If it's raining, I'll be live streaming from the inside of a very nice, very warm office that I've kind of got. Lisette, you're trying to watch it on your laptop and my mobile. It's black on your laptop and constantly stopping on your mobile. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisette. I'm sorry it's freezing for you. I think it's just the connection sometimes. But you can watch the replay, and the replay should be a lot better. Kelly, you're going to try Facebook Live. Yay! That's going to be exciting. That's going to be really, really cool. Let us know when you're going to do your Facebook Live, and we can all rock up and be there and watch you. Natalie, making videos wasn't enough. Now you need to do live stream. Yeah. You'll start out with normal videos. Got the first one out in the group. Did 3 small ones today. Wow, Natalie, you've done 3 videos today already. That is amazing. That's like a super Monday. That's awesome. I wish I could do 3 videos in one day. I always think, oh God, now I'm going to have to change my hair or something. Because I'm vain. Lorraine, yeah, don't have both of them at the same time. That could make a difference, Lizette. If you're trying to run it on the same Wi-Fi network, that might be the difference. So I will be live streaming. So I will be live streaming from London at a location to be confirmed on Wednesday, and I will be live streaming from Geneva in Switzerland with the amazing Neve Chromo on Thursday, and I will be live streaming from Switzerland on Friday. Yay, it's all going to be awesome. It's all kicking off. We're going international, Facebook Live. Yeah, so, that's where we'll be streaming from this week. The times will all, as much as possible, try and be the same. Wednesday will be, that was an attractive face to freeze on. Wednesday will be the only the only day that is different, and that will be at 3 p.m. GMT, which is 10 a.m. EST and 9 a.m. CST. Okay, so Wednesday will be the only day that the live stream time is different, but I will be, so you'll get to see London, all of its glory. Yay! Okay, awesome. Are there any questions? Any questions on small steps? Any questions on productivity? Any questions on it being Monday and you just wanting to make the most of the week and making big things happen? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah, if you don't have Facebook Live yet, Lisette, then you need to probably... reinstall Facebook on your Android device, so on your mobile or tablet or whatever. Reinstall Facebook and it should pop up with Facebook Live. So that's how you would solve that particular problem. Yay! Lorraine, you had a question. Is there a way we can live stream in this group or only in our own groups? Please don't do 3 videos in one day. I'll never get my launch done. Yeah. So what I would recommend is with Facebook Live, I would recommend live streaming in your own groups first, really getting a feel of it, and then sharing the live streams to other groups. That can be a really, really cool way to do it. The reason being that it builds up your credibility, and it means that you don't get into trouble with Facebook group owners for doing all the secret promo stuff that they don't like. So that would be what I would do. I would do the live stream either on your business Facebook profile or in your group, and then share the video out to other groups, and they can watch it from there. Does that make sense? I hope so. Apparently my connection is really weak, so I'm assuming that the builders outside are doing something that is jamming my internet, which is really, really frustrating. Which is super frustrating because then it means I freeze and I look like a total twonk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to love you and leave you slightly earlier than normal today, but if you guys have questions, pop them in the comments. I'm going to be going out to buy some tech bits later. Woohoo! And what I mean by tech bits is just a case for my laptop because I've broken mine. So I will see you guys later on. I'll make sure I post some photos in the group. I'll probably need your advice on which case to go for as well, because I'll be like, oh, there's one with pink hearts and unicorns or something, which may not be that useful. But yeah, so we'll be live streaming internationally this week, and if you have any questions, anything that you need in the meantime, stick it in the comments. I will be back this afternoon answering questions for you. I will see you really, really soon. I hope everybody has an amazing start to the week, and I will speak and answer comments later on, and I will be back live tomorrow.